Humans, look at us. We are pretty full of ourselves, right? We split the atom. We went to the moon. We literally invented the air fryer. We basically represent the absolute peak of evolution. But did you know that in 1932, a modern, fully armed military force, equipped with machine guns and tactical training, waged a full-scale war against a bunch of flightless birds and lost?
Really?
No, I'm not making this up. This isn't a fever dream. This is the Great Emu War, the time the Australian government looked at a flock of giant chickens and said, "It's on sight." And the birds, they looked back and said, "Bet." Stick around, because we're diving into the most embarrassing rage quit in military history. This is the story of how 20,000 birds humbled the British Empire. What's going on, everyone? I'm Rezvan, and welcome to the channel where we dive into the absolute coolest and most mind-blowing facts out there. Have a specific fact or myth you want me to bust in the next video? Drop it in the comments below and I might just feature it. And before we start, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss out. Let's get into it. Okay, picture this. Western Australia, 1932. It's the Great Depression. The vibes? Absolutely rancid. The farmers out there were mostly veterans from World War I. These guys had survived the trenches, came home, and the government gave them land to grow wheat. They thought the hard part was over. But then, the migration happened. Normally, emus migrate to the coast, but this year, they saw the farmers' irrigation systems and endless fields of wheat and thought, yo, free buffet? Suddenly, 20,000 emus descended on the farmlands. And if you think emus are just cute, fluffy birds, you are wrong. These things are basically 6-foot-tall dinosaurs with a bad attitude. They broke fences, ate the crops, and ruined the water supplies. They were literally griefing the server. So the farmers were losing their minds. They realized they couldn't shoot 20,000 birds with simple hunting rifles. So they went to the Minister of Defense, Sir George Pearce. Now, Pearce was a bit of a drama queen. He didn't send scarecrows, he didn't send fences. He decided to send the Royal Australian Artillery. The plan? Listen to this. Major Meredith, 2 soldiers, and 2 Lewis machine guns with 10,000 rounds of ammo.
My grandmother used to say, "You make plans and God laughs."
They genuinely thought this was going to be a montage video. They even brought a cinematographer along to film the victory for propaganda.
Yeah, man, we did it!
They expected the emus to just stand there like NPCs and accept their fate. Spoiler alert, the emus had maxed out their agility stats. November 2nd, game time. The soldiers spot a group of 50 emus. They set up the machine gun, get ready to shred, and open fire. But here's the thing nobody told them about emus. They are fast, like 30 miles per hour fast. As soon as the first shot rang out, the emus executed a tactical split. They didn't run in a clump. They scattered in every direction. It was chaos. The soldiers emptied their clips, and when the dust settled, maybe a dozen birds were down. 2 days later, they tried an ambush. They saw 1,000 emus heading toward a dam. This was it, the kill zone. Major Meredith waited, and fire! The gun jammed. I'm serious, you can't write this stuff. After like 12 shots, the machine gun jammed.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
The emus looked at the struggling soldiers, probably laughed in bird language, and ran away. It was a complete disaster. At this point, Major Meredith was fuming. He was getting outplayed by poultry. So he tried to go full Mad Max. He mounted the machine gun on a truck to chase them down. Great idea on paper, right? Terrible idea in reality. The terrain was so bumpy that the gunner couldn't aim without getting a concussion. Meanwhile, the emus were outrunning the truck. They couldn't hit a single thing. One emu even reportedly got tangled in the truck's steering wheel and caused them to crash into a fence. The emus weren't just winning, they were disrespecting the troops. After a week, the army withdrew. The media roasted them. One politician literally asked if they should give the emus medals of honor. Okay, let's look at the stats because numbers don't lie. They used nearly 10,000 rounds of ammunition. The confirmed kill count? About 986 birds. That means it took roughly 10 bullets just to take down one bird. That is a horrific K/D ratio. If this was Call of Duty, they would have been banned for throwing the match. Major Meredith later tried to defend himself. He said, "If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks." Bro was really hyping up the birds just to explain why he lost. Eventually, the government just rage quit. They admitted defeat, gave the farmers free ammo, and said, "Good luck, you're on your own."
Good luck to you.
The Great Emu War remains the only war where the official winner was the birds. So, next time you think you're having a bad day, just remember, at least you didn't lose a war to an oversized chicken. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button so we can defeat the YouTube algorithm, which is arguably harder than fighting emus. Comment below, what animal do you think could beat the US Marines? I'll see you in the next one. Peace.